Hello and welcome to all the guys, girls, and non-binary pals watching. I am Lucas Holland, and today is another episode of Wiki Weekends. I am joined, as always, by my lovely co-host, Karl Smallwood.
Hello, I'm here.
Karl, I'm quite tired today, and you might notice, I've my bags under my eyes quite bad, because I haven't been able to sleep recently.
Is it because you're thinking about the Switch 2?
It's because I'm thinking about the Switch 2. I keep having dreams about waking up and going like, oh, I missed the delivery of Switch 2. I haven't yet.
Like, Lucas, basically you're back to being like Joe, a kid before Christmas who can't sleep because they might miss Santa dropping off their favourite present. That's you right now. How does it feel to have whimsy back in your life?
Yeah, I think every time it comes around Christmas time, talk about the fact that I don't sleep when it comes to Christmas. I apparently don't sleep when it comes to Switch coming out either, because it feels like Christmas to me right now, where just every day Christmas is approaching, and the people who are watching this right now, the videos come out after Switch 2's come out. Hopefully I have my Switch 2, but this is recorded just a few days before Switch 2 comes out.
Just describe the feeling of hope for the future for those of the people out there who've lost it, because it'd be nice to hear what hope for the future feels like.
It's funny because I was in work yesterday and I was I was just quite energetic, quite hopeful, quite joyful, and people were just oh, are you doing anything? I'm off for 2 weeks. I'm going to be playing Switch.
What's all you? You're full of piss and vinegar lately. Do you know what it reminds you of? Do you like Scrubs, where Turk gets to go home and have sex? And he's just sat fucking gurney on his chair. It's what's wrong with you two? It's I get to have sex.
What the hell are you doing?
I get to have sex.
I hate this place.
I get to have sex tonight.
I'm super excited, but I know that the day that I get the Switch 2 is going to be a very unexciting day for me.
It's going to be installing all the games, setting up your stream.
Installing all the games, and then the plan that I have is to get a bunch of comparison videos done of I've recorded footage of some Pokemon and Zelda games and stuff. Some of them are going to literally be Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on a Switch 2 upgrade edition or anything, but it's just going to be, how does it compare? Does it have a frame rate now?
Yeah, so just to clarify, if you're watching this video within a couple of hours of being released, Lucas is live right now on Twitch playing his Switch 2. If you go click the links you can find below, you can hey Lucas, how's the Switch 2? How's that chub going for they say after 4 hours you got to see a doctor, it's been 4 days.
That's the thing, it'll already be a few days into the Switch 2 coming out at this point, but I will literally be on Twitch at Legend of Kanto. I'll be streaming some games on Switch 2, and I literally will have a gifted sub incentive for any games that I own if people want me to check out one of those games. I'll have a Google Docs or whatever of just games that you can see me play, see if they work on the Switch 2 or not.
Just more than anything, you're going to be playing some fucking Mario Kart.
Yes, the thing that I'm going to be mainly doing is playing Mario Kart, like most people will be. So if you happen to have a Nintendo Switch 2, I'm going to be playing Mario Kart, and I guess people are welcome to come join in. I don't know quite how it works yet, but we're going to be playing Mario Kart and having fun. Come join.
You've also as well issued a standing challenge to the world, right? Of you will be one of the best people playing Mario Kart on the day it's released.
I definitely issued that statement for Mario Kart 8. Somebody has beaten me in chat before, but when we did multiple rounds, I came out as victor. So overall, I've not had anybody actually take my title, so to speak.
No one's beating you 2 out of 3.
Yeah, exactly right.
As soon as you get a chance to adjust their plates. That's the thing, Lucas, you are very, very good at Mario Kart, and this is not this is a genuine offer of I'll tell you what, if someone out there can beat Lucas and send me proof of them beating Lucas, I'll give you a shout out in the next one of these videos, personally, as the Lucas defeater.
I think we both have to, right? I think I have to admit my shame.
Are you going to do FIFA rules?
Oh, I'll send a letter to your mum if you beat me bad enough.
Do you want to explain FIFA rules to people who maybe don't know about FIFA rules?
I can't exactly remember them, but I remember that basically, the whole quote-unquote FIFA rules thing was like, if you lost like a 5-0 to an opponent, then you would send a letter of an apology to their mother to like, I'm sorry for wasting your child's time.
Yeah, it's something like that guys who play a lot of FIFA would do, where it's like, if you lose horribly, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-0, there's like worsening forfeits that you have to do, and one of them is sending like a signed recorded delivery letter to like FIFA headquarters apologising for being so shit at FIFA. I think losing 10-0 is you've just got to straight up snap your FIFA disc. That's like one. Like, there's a group of my mates who did that once, and he was saying like, "Yeah, I'm on my 3rd copy of FIFA." Is that why? Because like one of my mates beat me 10-0 twice. I had to snap my disc twice.
Oh my god!
It's like, get a digital copy, and it's like, no, because if you get if I had a digital copy, it meant my Xbox.
Like that's the shameful way out, right? That's the way to not abide by the laws of the game.
Like, what's the hardest you've lost at a video game?
I think it might be FIFA.
Have you been like 10-0 at FIFA?
I went online one time and there was a FIFA. Well, I can't remember quite which one it was. Basically, if you ran down the wing, like very edge of the field.
No, it's like FIFA 2007. That's why Cristiano Ronaldo could run faster with the ball than other people could sprint.
This was definitely a bit later. It must have been like post 2010. People in chat can maybe let me know if they're familiar.
Is it the one where you could just run down the wing and you cross it in and get an instant score every single time?
Yeah, so you like pass it in, like past the keeper, and just knock it in every time. I encountered one player that just knew exactly what they were doing, and every like fucking 3 seconds they'd just get the ball, do the exact same thing, and I must have lost like 20-0 because at some point I just stopped even caring about the game.
Yeah, it's like if you've shit yourself, right? Past a certain point, it doesn't matter how much you've shit yourself.
It doesn't matter how much shit is in the pants.
It doesn't matter, right? I've passed a certain point, or I've already shit myself.
Like, you've already got shit in your trousers. How much worse could shit in your pants get?
It's like, worse for me was a friend of mine who's really, really good at Halo. Like, he's the guy who, for Halo 3, made a new account and won 100 games of Lone Wolves in a row. Straight up, just like every game was like, came top of the leaderboard. I played him in a one-on-one and he smashed me 25 now. I didn't even get one shot on him. Some people are just better at video games. That's like when I tried to play you at Mario Kart once, that's what it was like. Well, I think within 5 seconds, you were halfway around the map. I'd not even got off the finish line and you were halfway around the course.
I do think that Mario Kart and maybe Mario Kart World is, from what I can tell, because there's way more players, items seem to have been generally nerfed a bit. So I don't know until the game comes out where it's going to lie, but it feels like it's becoming maybe even more slightly skill-based. As somebody who has played like every Mario Kart game, I grew up on like Mario Kart 64 and stuff. I don't like Nintendo deliberately making it more skill-based over time because...
Yeah, the randomness is part of the fun.
The randomness is a lot of the fun. And I don't like the fact that I can play with you or I can play with family and they say I don't like playing with you. The only time Mario Kart 8 my family had any fun playing with me, like I normally play like a baby character and have like high acceleration.
That's the thing as well, like I've encountered those people who, I call it like the Smash Bros dilemma, where say for example you're at a Christmas party and your little cousin has Smash Bros. Do you go in and pick Captain Falcon and insist on playing no items on Final Destination? And that's the dick move to do, right?
Yeah, and like playing with my family on Mario Kart, I picked like a Bowser character. I made sure I played entirely opposite to like the way I'm actually good at playing. I then gave them like half a lap head start, and then they went, like, we kind of have a chance to play against you now, it's kind of fun. If I'm just playing like as usual, I trounce them, and that's not fun, that's not what Mario Kart is meant to be.
It's not fun to go into it knowing that you've lost.
Because like Smash Bros, a lot of the time, like me and you, we play a lot without items and stuff. That's fair enough that we dominate games against other people in that regard, but we can always turn the items up to high, make sure the bullshit is on, and if anyone has like at least a little bit of experience, they have a chance. And that's what Mario Kart is meant to be. Same with Mario Party, right?
It doesn't matter how good you are at the minigames in Mario Party if Bowser can just say communism.
Yeah, exactly right. If Bowser can just level it all out and say, hey, all of you now have the exact same amount of coins. Yeah, you've still got stars in the mix, but there's a lot of things in Mario Party to this day that's still like bonus stars. They level things out and make things more random.
Also, just like human, like psychology, right? The amount of times I've been playing Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart, Mario Party with you guys, and just like simultaneously 2 people have had the same idea of like fucking over the person in first place. Why? Because it's funny.
Or fucking over the person in last place, because it's funny to double down.
Again, it's even funnier.
Me, you, and a friend who play in the newest Mario Party, and I thought I had them completely, and I'd won like all of their coins in a duel game. I beat them in the duel, celebrated massively, but they had like a plan upon a plan above me to like
they were the puppet master.
Bullshit. They were the puppet master in that regard, and just like I thought I'd won the entire game. I ended up losing that within like 20 minutes later by like 4 stars. It's just incredible how ridiculous it gets. Whereas Mario Kart 8, I think, was a good sign of maybe making things too competitive.
That's the thing, yeah, any game that has competitive elements, if it's purely competitive like Tekken, I don't want randomness in Tekken, I don't want randomness in Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart, I want randomness in Mario Kart, because that's what makes it fun. There's that great thesis statement about the blue shell being the singular most important thing introduced in the Mario Kart franchise, because it means that the person in last place, no matter how badly you're kicking their ass, will always have a chance to have an impact on the finish line. They might not be on the podium, but they can impact it. And that is very important for making people who are bad at the game feel like they're doing something.
Yeah, that is one of the greatest missteps Mario Kart has ever made, is that the blue shell is dodgeable. There's the super horn, which deletes the blue shell, wrong, and there's just the technique of boosting out the way as it drops.
Yeah.
And you can dodge the blue shell. And that is entirely bad for the game and wrong.
The blue shell should always feel like it's dodgeable. I think it should be completely inescapable, but you should always feel like if you'd have just been a bit better, you could have escaped it.
Yeah, it should feel like you're able to dodge out of that range, like people boost out of it with shrooms and stuff now. But it shouldn't be avoidable, and it is, and it's like, no, because it's meant to be the equalizer.
The blue shell should be like those giant balls from Elden Ring, where you think you've dodged them, and they turn around.
The one that always gets me is like the clip where someone jumps onto the side of the bridge and thinks they've outsmarted the ball, and it's like, aha! And then just automatically the ball just turns back around and just shunts them off the bridge and kills them.
Yeah. And if anyone out there is saying, but that would be annoying if you're in first place, that's the point. It's like it's the equivalent of like a board game for kids, where you need the kids to be able to feel like they can have an impact. They're not going to win, but they need to feel like they have an impact, otherwise they're not going to have fun.
Yeah, it's like Monopoly is a terrible game, I will admit, but Monopoly has go to jail for a reason, and like the blue shell should be the go to jail, because even in Monopoly, when you go to jail, even if you have a get out of jail card, you still go to jail.
Yeah.
You still transfer yourself to that space, which is not great. That's kind of what the blue shell should always be, is there should always be a downside. Even if you can alleviate some of the downside, it should be bad.
It means that the game is always competitive. No matter how good you are doing, there is always a chance that someone could win. It's that hope that keeps people replaying Mario Kart, right? If your mum, for example, is playing the game like once at Christmas and she hits you in first place with a blue shell and she celebrates like she's won the World Cup, or is like on the podium at like Silverstone.
I am not a person who avoids blue shells. Like, I don't try to keep that in mind. I'll use the super horn, but I don't use like the boosts to get out of the way of it, because like, I'm not that skilled. I'm not gonna lie and pretend like, I definitely could do it. I just don't bear it in mind, but I also just think it doesn't make the game as fun.
It's like for me, I deliberately play with controllers that are inefficient, Because I know that my weird brain would make me like learn the timing on fucking everything. It's like, you see me, like, we play Smash Bros recently where I'm just really good at parrying now because I practice this parry timing on like every combo.
Yeah, but like Karl turns around and plays like Super Smash Bros for Wii U with a gamepad instead of a Pro controller or a GameCube controller. He played like Super Smash Bros Ultimate with like the Joy-Con, but a left Joy-Con only, without the little strap on it, with Joy-Con drift, just because, like, fuck you, I guess, stunt on people.
Is that when I played like Halo 3 and for 1 year straight I didn't use the battle rifle? I only used the regular assault rifle and got really fucking good with the regular assault rifle. So I just like, you know what, I don't want to be a mediocre player. I want to be the best person at using the assault rifle. It's like, I know I'm never going to be the best Smash Bros player, but I could be the best player who only plays with a single Joy-Con. But either way, I know. What's the subject of today's? We've not even covered the wiki page.
Mario Kart 8 is a 2014 kart racing game, and it's only just now being usurped by its sequel, right? Mario Kart 8 has been out for 11 years. We're approaching GTA 5 numbers of just this game fucking refuses to die.
It still blows my mind that the original release of GTA 5 was on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, it was 2013, 1 year before Mario Kart 8, and both of them, apart from now when their sequels are like fully announced and hyped and stuff, both of them have spent over a decade in that like top 20 US sales charts.
The entire time, right? Like, the thing is, what's going to have a more expansive open world? GTA 6 or Mario Kart World?
I can only hope that it's GTA 6, but Mario Kart World looks insane. The actual fact that they've got what's the new Mario Kart? Well, it's Mario Kart plus Forza Horizon. Is that sure? Yeah, let's go.
Here's the thing as well, though, right? Do you think Mario Kart should stay Mario Kart, or would you like it to become Nintendo Kart? Because I know towards the end of Mario Kart 8's life cycle, they did put in, like, Big Blue, and they also put in, like, Link on, like, the Master Cycle and stuff. Do you kind of want it to become Nintendo Kart so they could put in, like, more, like, maybe a Metroid level?
It wasn't even that late, really. I think it was the Mario Kart 8 on Wii U DLC that put in, like, Big Blue, and, there's not Captain Falcon, but there's, like, the, Blue Falcon, the vehicle.
Yes. Do you kind of wish they'd like double down on that then? Because I feel that was a missed opportunity to only put in a couple of stages like that. Of like, imagine like a Metroid level where it's like inside like the. Because like you could imagine like the gimmicks you could have like going into the booster from Metroid Dread or something, right? Or you could put in like the Star Fox level and have it in space.
I'm definitely mixed because I think in terms of tracks, I do think that they are missing a bit of Smash Bros. Kart. Would be like incredible Nintendo Kart because you could go to like, as you say, you could go to like the Lila system, you could go to Hyrule. Like we've already been to Hyrule.
And that's the thing because they did it for like 2 stages.
A little bit.
Yeah,
we had
I'd rather them not do it at all.
2 F-Zero stages, an Animal Crossing stage, and a Hyrule Castle stage. I think that was it. That's fantastic, but like, give me the Kirby Air Ride stage. Give me the Lilac Ward stage. Give me the Splatoon stage. You know, things like that.
The fact as well that so many of the games they have could make for good stages. Like I said, you said, Kirby's Air Ride. It's automatically going to work. Plus, like, you get the music in.
Yeah, and then you could do like the Pikmin stage where it's like Micro Machines-esque of like your tiny little carts inside this giant Pikmin stage, right?
I'm not going to say missed opportunity because obviously the game is fucking great, but just when they did it a little bit, I was getting really excited for, was this like, what is the next game going to be? Just, it's Nintendo Kart.
In terms of stages, I wish it would be that. However, in terms of characters, I'm so happy that it's like, cow. Like, that made everyone so hype. It's like, fucking cows here!
I just love like all the pictures of people in like an unbothered queen. There's a purity to Mario Kart, and if they want to keep Mario Kart World as just Mario, I'm okay with that.
I was so happy that it wasn't just me that was popping off to seeing cow.
But it's like when like Street Fighter was like saying who do you want the DLC to be, and like there's a small but vocal subset that I was a part of, like I want the bricks from like Street Fighter 2 to be a character, right? Or it's like Tekken saying do you want a guest star, Like, so they've announced, like, after Farakruban and Armor King, the next character is going to be a crossover character. And everyone's like, oh, we want Tifa, we want Kiryu. I'm like, no, I want Mr. Miyagi. I want Mr. Miyagi in Tekken. I always want the stupidest pick. But in that vein, who would you want in a theoretical Nintendo kart? 'Cause I'd like Samus. I'd like Samus in her little, like, but maybe they'd like, there must be a bunch of stuff about
Do you want like Sonic Racing, where Sonic runs?
What was that game for the PS3 where they had like different kinds of vehicle, and the type of vehicle you pick could go on different courses? Like they went all the way from like a motorcycle to a monster truck, and the gimmick was like different vehicles could take different paths. Like monster trucks should just go through a fucking forest and run it over, but the motorcycles could like take shortcuts. It wasn't MotorStorm.
I was thinking, was it one of the Motorstorms?
I remember there being a PS3 game where that was the gimmick, where like on the starting line you'd have like, okay, here's like a fucking big rig, like 4 guys on a quad bike, a regular car, and a dude on a fucking bicycle.
You're not thinking of it later where it's like the Crew 2 or whatever, like...
No, it wasn't that.
No, okay.
But they do that and put Samus on foot.
I was thinking put Samus in a morph ball.
And so they just put Samus on foot. And do they do the fly-in? Instead of doing fly, she does like the fucking shoulder check that she does when she goes into Shine Spark.
Like Samus in a morph ball. You could have the Inklings, like, just swim through the ink.
Alternately, put them all on the stupid Mario Karts, which is even funnier. Like, the image of Link riding on a motorcycle, he looks so happy.
Well, the Mass Cycle is a thing, and that wasn't a thing for Mario Kart.
Just make them one, right? Like, just give fucking Samus a cart that looks like Ridley.
The one that I want the most is the Pikmin cart. It's a regular cart, but there's like 7 different types of Pikmin trying to control the wheel, just hunkering it down like that.
Do you like the anthill mob from Wacky Racers?
Yeah.
Nice of you fellows to drop in, but it's a little crowded in here.
Oops, wrong car.
I would love if Mario Kart became Nintendo Kart and they start putting silly characters in it. It's like Kirby, give him like a little air ride.
I would love Nintendo Kart, but obviously Mario Kart is like great as it is, and I'm just so excited to have a new Mario Kart finally after like 11 years.
It's like, if you've already achieved perfection, what more is there to do, right?
It's tough because I still play Mario Kart 8 to this day, like last week.
At some point, a king needs to rest.
It does.
Like, just the developers just sat down like Thanos on the planet and we're like, we're done. What more do we need to do? We've accomplished everything we sought out to accomplish.
They weren't done with Mario Kart 8, and developers recently turned around a story where it was like, they did an interview where they talked about the fact that, hey, yeah, we did want to make a new game for Mario Kart on the Switch. And we came up with a bunch of ideas, but ultimately, like, we couldn't achieve all of these ideas on the Switch, so what we did was we backtracked and made the Deluxe Pass where we added like 48 new tracks or whatever. They made the right decision because this is the way to go with just open world Mario Kart, 24 players per race. If they were to release like Mario Kart 8, they couldn't make this massive leap. Just what's the fucking point, right?
Yeah. Racing game wise, I'm not the biggest racing game fan. Like, I'm always in the mindset I bring Burnout back. And if you're not bringing Burnout back, I don't give a fuck. But a racing game that I did enjoy is, did you ever play like the Cannonball Run mode in Grand Theft Auto?
I don't think so.
So I don't know what they called it, but I just call it Cannonball Run mode, where it just starts, okay, you're on this one location, spawns 24 players in, get to this part of the map by any means necessary. And obviously some people like just run on foot, steal a boat, steal a car, whatever you need. Like, some people run and get like helicopters, other people like immediately open fire on the other players to try and like win that way. And I remember that being really fun and chaotic. I'd love like if they somehow made that into a game. So I remember seeing like I was on like a little motorcycle just driving towards the goal, and a bus with 16 other players with machine guns was on it, and just went past like the fucking Mario 3 airship with like 16 dudes with machine guns gunning me down, and they were doing like patrols around the finish line like Mad Max.
Oh god.
And I was like, that's so fun. That should be a game. And it was, but it was like a game inside of a game.
That's what I'm hoping that maybe Mario Kart World can come up with. Currently, they have like the battle mode in there, the Grand Prix where you drive.
Battle mode is fantastic. I love battle mode so much.
But battle mode, it's so underutilized, and I don't think like I've really had anyone want to play battle mode with me since like maybe the N64 version.
Like, because battle mode needs to have bigger arenas. Like, if you put 24 players, it's battle mode. I remember it always being like 4 or 5 players. 24 players in battle mode, now you got a game.
I really hope that they have that idea of hide and seek in there where you can hide your other party members' like locations, because the first thing that came to my mind when they said, hey, you and your friends can like be in one open world together, I was like, hide and seek.
Yep.
If not a game, you need to just be able to at least hide other players' locations so you can do that yourself, right?
Yeah, I remember playing like Call of Duty 3 for like the PS2, split screen, and a game we used to play was go find somewhere to hide, other person goes into the other room for like a minute, and then they look at your screen and try and figure out where you are.
Oh, okay. I remember trying to play hide and seek on Time Splitters with friends, and it'd be a similar thing, but it'd just be the case of like trust each other to not look at their screens because you could kind of just tell.
Well, that's what you do, you'd let them look at your screen, but it was always so funny when they'd find you, and they'd like find you. It was so obvious when you knew that you were there, but because all they had to go on is your screen, which is like a brick wall,
yeah,
and they just find you just stood in the corner of a random room in a random building, just in the corner like it's the Blair Witch.
In terms of video game sales,
Yes.
how do you think Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as a combined package, how do you think they rank on the top selling video games of all time?
If I recall correctly, it's the single highest selling game of all time, right? Behind Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, no. It's not the single highest, but on a ranking, about how many places down do you think it is?
Well, can you tell me what number 1 is? Because I'm not sure like how they're ranking this. Does it include something like Tetris, which had like 50 million different versions?
What I can tell you is that Tetris is not in the top like 20, from what I can see. Tetris goes down to Tetris Game Boy at 35 million.
Okay, so it's not including games that have had like multiple different iterations. I'm going to say like it's probably like number 3 then, because I know like Grand Theft Auto 5's up there.
Top 1 is Minecraft.
Oh, I always forget about Minecraft, because to me Minecraft isn't a game, and I don't mean that in an insulting way, I just mean Minecraft is so massive. I see it as like a media franchise. I always forget it's a video game as well.
Fair.
So it'd be like someone saying like Lego is like a block game. It's like Lego's not. It is technically, but
it's different, right? It
fucking
feels
Lego.
different because it feels that bigger than every other video game, which it is. Because Minecraft is at 350 million.
I always forget about like Minecraft. Just in my head, Minecraft is just like a media empire.
And GTA 5, the most profitable piece of media to exist of all time. Bear in mind, Minecraft was at 350 million. GTA 5's at 215 million, according to this wiki.
There's 140 million copies behind.
Just a little bit, which is, by the way, that gap is more than any other game has ever sold. Just the 140 million gap between those two games.
It never occurs to me to say, because it's so far ahead of everything else, like it's not even fair to like add it into the comparison.
Like, literally, the combination of like game number 2 and 3 doesn't hit 350 million. It's insane. Mario Kart 8, after I say that, can you guess like maybe where that falls?
I know it's got like 100 million, right? At least.
It has like 76 million.
What is it that's got 100 million? Is it Smash Bros at 100 million?
No. So number 3, I'll give you another hint. Wii Sports at 82.9 million.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of Wii's.
There's obviously a lot of pack in there, right? There's like,
but the difference between like the numbers are so wild, right? Like number 3, 80 million. Number 1, 350 million.
Number 2, 250. Is that there's such big jumps, and then there's only like 3 million between number 3 and 4.
I'm guessing it'd be like another Wii game.
No, fucking Ark Survival Evolved.
I guess that's quite popular, right? It's always on sale.
That's insane that is number 4 above Mario Kart. And
I'm surprised there's not like some like Korean MMO that's up there that we've never fucking heard of.
This close, PUBG, 75 million. That's in the top 10. So like, that's kind of like in that realm, right, of like really popular and like other places of the world and stuff.
My favourite Callisto Protocol spin-off, yeah.
The fact that it's still called PUBG Battlegrounds, even though the BG stands for Battleground, is Player Unknown's Battlegrounds Battleground.
It's divorced from that original context, it's fine.
Underneath Ark Survival Evolved is Mario Kart 8 at number 5 of all time.
You know what? That's among some good company.
Yeah, 76.66 million.
Considering it was a
Just
Wii U
above.
game, isn't that more copies than there's ever sold Wii U's?
Wii U sold like 15 million or something. It's insanely above the Wii U. The multitudes above Wii U is
Like one of my
it's
favourite
insane.
like just industry statistics was more because Breath of the Wild was originally a Wii U game. And it's like,
Yeah.
we've sold more copies of Breath of the Wild than Wii U's.
The best part was that we'd sold more Breath of the Wild than Switches at one point.
Yeah, and the install base for the game is 105%. Right?
It was something insane because people were doubling down on the regular edition and the special edition.
And so we would buying the game knowing that they'd buy the console later. But just the fact that I bet Ubisoft would look at that and go, it's not good enough. Cancel it. Cancel the sequel and sack all staff.
EA just being like, sack everyone, it's not worth it.
Like, don't let EA know you can get more than 100% install base, or otherwise they'll start firing more staff.
And Mario Kart 8, bear in mind, it ranks 500,000 above Pokemon Red, Blue and Yellow combined.
Which is wild.
That's insane.
Considering, like, the cultural footprint Pokemon has as a result of that game popping the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart is a thing. People know that you mean when you say Mario.
But with Pokemon, there was a trading card game, there was anime, there was spin-off games. Pokemon did the most excellent job, clearly, of becoming a franchise because it's the most popular and profitable franchise in the world.
If there was a Mario Kart anime that was, like, animated in a style of, like, Redline or something, I'd fucking watch it. Thing is, though, in an ideal perfect world, there would be a Redline-esque F-Zero movie.
I was about to say F-Zero. F-Zero looking like Redline. Holy shit. Like, Mario Kart, great. Sure. Lila Wars, great. Sure. F-Zero looking like that shit.
With that music, that soundtrack, the Eurobeat remix of, like, Big Blue.
There was the anime where Captain Falcon did, like, a Dragon Ball-esque Captain Falcon punch at the end of it.
Is a video game character ever thrown a punch more hype than the one that Captain Falcon throws in that anime, where it's like you see the universe explode? I think there's some like pretty decent ones I do like in Wonderful 101. You throw the universe saving punch.
Another one I'm thinking of is maybe Asura's Wrath.
That's more like multiple punches. That's more like the JoJo, like like muda 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 muda.
Bayonetta.
Oh yeah.
When they punch God, right? I think that's one singular punch.
Thing is, in Bayonetta, Bayonetta have like kind of shot themselves in the foot because the single hypest moment in all of Bayonetta is no longer one of the fights against God. It is where the frog turns into an opera singer and sings and just obliterates the fucking laser like bat in the sky, right?
I also really like the moment. It's not the hypest moment. I really like the moment when just Madame Butterfly gets in like the giant bubble bath and just starts like doing bubble bath combos.
And she starts like queefing like the fucking vagina bubbles at the boss and it wins.
I've got to keep that in apparently.
Madame Butterfly with those just those mountain-sized queef bubbles. Let's go. I didn't wait for you to finish, so I knew that you'd have to leave it in. What that reminds me of, have you ever seen that Jackass skit where like that guy farts into like the bubble wand and Steve-O catches it on his tongue? Can you imagine that? With like the Madame Butterfly like fucking like station wagon sized queef bubble.
You know the one that really got me that I literally had to skip I'll put in a very brief clip.
Is it the sauna suit?
It's the cling film sushi.
Where you got to drink the sweat?
No. Where they ate sushi off a guy that was like wrapped in cling film and sweating his ass off.
There's a couple of like really bad Jackass ones. There's that. There is where they put like a space helmet on and fart into it. And the one that's like the most raw, because they did it for the show, not a movie, so they got paid like $8, is the vomit omelette, where he eats all the ingredients to an omelette and vomits them into a frying pan. It's like if I ever met like Erin McGeehee in real life, I'd probably just like, without any prompting, give him $5, because he took like a full-on heavyweight, like Francis Ngannou punch to the balls.
Punch is the equivalent of being hit by a Ford Escort at top speed.
I think a blue shell should have that impact.
It should. You shouldn't be able to dodge a heavyweight punch. It should be like Jackass. Of like, you're in first place. You've signed up for this shit.
I think you should eat shit as hard as they do in Jackass. You know when they're in like shopping trolleys and they like go over like a 1-inch curb and just fly like 80 feet through the air? That's what a blue shell should be like.
The one where they like shut the door, and I think it was Bam.
Oh, it's Ryan Dunn, right?
Maybe it was Ryan.
Yeah, he closes the steel shutters.
And they were like, you were gonna die.
There's like a call to have like a Criterion Collection version of the Jackass movies, because they are legitimately fantastic. Like, I think one of the funniest edits in cinema is where they have like, they're doing the test for that. So they have like the giant elastic bands on the bungee ropes.
You see just the empty cart go out.
And it flies like a good like 30 feet down the road, and it spins around. And then it smash cuts to Ryan Dunn sat inside the shopping trolley.
What rhymes with done? Ready, sailor? No. This is dumb. This is gonna be.
I think it's like him or Bam's mum is like, no. Like, you cannot do this. And then just smash cuts to just him in the cart.
Like, the other one is where they do, like, the riot test and they set off, like, the sting mine.
Oh, and everyone but Johnny Knoxville just bails. Yeah.
But then when they like, actually he convinces them to do it, Johnny Knoxville doesn't wear facial protection. He puts his hand in front of his face.
I appreciate them for the bit, but what a fucking moron.
Was that like genuinely people are arguing of like, is Butterbean okay? One of the single greatest ad-libs in the history of film. Do they talk about like, oh, do you know like this actor ad-lib this line?
Like, one that I see get brought up a lot is when Leonardo DiCaprio shatters the glass in Django Unchained.
And you continue the scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fair enough, yeah, but is Butterbean okay is still a better ad-lib? Because not only did Johnny Knoxville on camera get the shit kicked out of him, it saved the bit. Because they talk about how we probably couldn't have used that stunt because it wasn't funny to see Johnny Knoxville like that.
It looked like he was dead.
Yeah, but when he said, is Butterbean okay? And everyone burst out laughing, it saved the bit.
Give me once, Louise. There you go.
Butterbean okay?
Like, Leonardo DiCaprio could be like, yeah, I ad-lib when I cut glass on my hand. It's like, but did like a heavyweight boxing champion leather 10 balls of shit out of you in a department store? And you had the wherewithal to say the funniest thing anyone's ever said.
Literally, if you think that you can beat me in Mario Kart World, then come and join me on my Twitch. As if you watch this within the first few hours, I still will be live.
Do you know what? Just put this one up on Saturday. Just put this one up before mine. Done. Then you get an entire extra day.
True.
We'll mix up the format for once. You just beat me across the finish line. I've just realised something, Lucas. This video we're recording right now is going to bookend every single video we upload during Pride Month.
That is true, yeah. We pre-record these, but this will actually be during the month of Pride that this keeps showing, right?
Yeah, so I guess like shout outs to all the guys, gals and non-binary pals out there. We here at Wiki Weekends support your right to live and love the way you choose. If it wasn't obvious, we support gay rights. Our logo is literally a rainbow.
yeah, like, I would hope that, everyone knows that we hope that they have a happy Pride. I hope that both me and you, Carl, enjoy our Pride as well. And just, yeah, it's one of those things of, like, I'm happy to be here and shout out and support those people, but I guess we also have to shout out the people that fucking pay us.
A big shout out to all of our fans who fall under the banner of Pride, but a specific shout out to the people who support us over on our highest tier on Patreon.
Yeah, we don't remove the rainbow from the Wiki Weekends logo after June. We can say that much, right?
Yeah, can you imagine if we did that? Like, we should start removing the rainbow. No, we should do. Keep the rainbow in every month except for Pride Month. Remember where Skittles did that? Where Skittles tried co-opting Pride by releasing entirely white Skittles and saying the only rainbow that deserves to fly during this month is the gay Pride rainbow. And it's like, fuck off, Skittles.
And then did they take that away a month later? Yeah, they fucking did. You know they did.
The best one was the one you told me of, like, the IKEA gay Pride couches that they released. And they were like, everyone's like, well, that's a pretty snazzy gay Pride couch. I want the gay sofa to have, like, gay sex on. Like, oh, it's not a real sofa, you can't buy it.
But it was a gay sofa for every flag, and they were like, yeah, these are all hypothetical sofas.
Yeah, we're not actually going to make them, but wouldn't it be cool if we did? It's like, so I can't have gay sex on the gay IKEA sofa?
No.
The gay Kia sofa? It's like, no.
The hypothetical gay sofa.
Yeah, like, just, that's got to be a title of a video at some point, right? The hypothetical gay sofa. I'm just looking at this list of names, mate, and you've given me all the really hard ones.
I just realised that, like, there's one person in there that said that they were looking forward to you trying out, like, their little tongue twister they left in. And then that means that if going one by one, I've kind of fucked you on all of them.
So yes, if you are currently still watching the video, this is the little shout out we do at the end of each of our Wiki Weekends episodes to say thank you to those on our Patreon who subscribe to the highest shout out tier. And a running challenge, I guess it's just me who's been saying this, so I deserve this, that we've had for our audience is to come up with the funniest or hardest to pronounce name on Patreon you can to fuck us over during this section. And oh boy, have our audience stepped up this month.
They have indeed. And Carl, do you want to kick off the list and continue to get the hard names?
Okay, let's start with, so the first person we shout out is Star, B of Awesome, Star Emoji, B Emoji, Crown Emoji, B 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 Emoji.
You once worked 96 hours straight.
Oh yes, it was horrible, I tell you. By the end, I thought I was a hummingbird of some kind.
Oh yeah, I studied your old security tapes.
Beep, 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 beep.
And after that, we have Wu One King Day One Piece Wonka.
Hey, that's for you, the One Piece.
この帽子をお前に預ける。俺の大切な帽子だ。大事にしろよ。
Yeah, like the One Piece. Is this like with Dragon Ball, where like just people from South America have co-opted it, right? Where you always see like taco trucks in Mexico that have like Goku on there. Which is like the greatest thing, right?
I don't really know whether Straw Hat is popular, but I do know that a lot of like Latin America is massive One Piece fans. I do know that much, but
I don't... Dragon Ball. Like, all I can think is just that Fact Fiend video we did years ago, where like strip clubs in Mexico aired the Tournament of Power. We move on now to the next person to shout out, and they've made their name on Patreon, a tongue twister for yours truly. So, the Burning Dragon burns bright in the Bourbon Bureau of bodacious buffoons, buffing barns in the backs of Bengal barnacles. Yeah, and you can confirm, right, Lucas, I had one attempt at that before we started recording. That's my second go. I love tongue twisters. Yeah. Do better next time. The Burning Dragon burns bright in the Bourbon Bureau of bodacious buffoons, buffing barns in the backs of Bengal barnacles.
The last thing is, Carl had one attempt at it beforehand, and still read it just immaculately without trying.
I'm really good at tongue twisters.
I am not, as the next name, Rustlindis Memphis, will show. Like, I struggle with 2 words.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Memphis. Rustlindis Memphis.
The next name to shout out is in another language, according to the person who wrote it, and that is Niknakui Hochata. So I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. apologies if not, but at the same time, they specifically chose that name to fuck us over, so hopefully they found it funny at least, just watching this white boy struggle.
Anyway, the name after that is one that's a little bit easier to say. That is Lucille de Steele. Thank you so much for your support.
This robot seems to be running on empty. I don't believe it. Adam is taunting Zeus. Mr. Turbo. He's actually asking for more.
Yes, and I have like a nice, easy to pronounce name after this one, so thank you to Little Ghost for not entirely fucking over me in this specific shout out. Little Ghost.
Next, we've got somebody that did have a ridiculously long name, but now has chosen to, give up the bit, so to speak, because they have many patrons to support, and it's Kicking Bucket. And I can only see this as like a little bucket with a fish in or something, maybe.
I think it's a bucket with the handle, right? That's where the rest of the Patreon name went. They put the rest of the name into the little bucket.
They put it in the Kicking Bucket,
Yeah. And the next person shout out is Judge Dredd. And shout out to the person with the name Judge Dredd on Patreon for letting me keep putting Judge Dredd clips into these shout outs.
I hate cops. Look in my eyes, John. I'll see you in hell tonight.
And you're going to have to figure out, you're going to have to decipher how to put in clips for Decipher Bio, Carl.
Well, it's going to be like Cypher from Pokemon, right? Like, who's that Pokemon? It's Cypher!
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Scyther.
Decipher Bio. The god card from, like, Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's Slifer. You get it fucking right. Decipher the Sky Dragon.
Slifer the Sky Dragon, not Cypher the Sky Dragon, yeah.
Decipher Bio, the Sky Dragon. Oh, this next one is someone who's just, like, put an entire sentence in what I presume is Spanish. I studied Spanish at school.
I didn't.
By which I mean I had a really fit Spanish teacher, so I didn't learn any fucking Spanish. So let's give this one a go, shall we? So, Carlos crea un oración, un español para tortura, a Carlo Poliquiano, y Lucas Hollandes and Petron. And I'm just going to put on the accent and hope it sounds good. Carlos crea un oración, un español para tortura, a Carlo Poliquiano, y Lucas Hollandes and Petron. And all I think, when we're talking about communicating with people from, like, another region of the world, is that, like, incredible screenshot someone grabbed from, like, a Japanese textbook about what people in England talk like. And it shows you, like, a little cartoonish Japanese tourist, and it's some, like, cartoonish British guy with, like, a Burberry cat, and it's like, "Oh, you Chinese slags, you want to go for a shag?" And it's like, I'll be honest, you got us. You got us, Japanese textbook.
The one thing that I love doing is just knowing many different iterations of hello in different languages. And it's just funny how many people are just like, "Oh, we've been cut out, I'm so sorry." It's like, I don't know what you were saying, I just know to be able to try and trick you.
Like, Lucas stands up and starts going, "Yumo Gwegwe Vaidi Sao, Yumo Gwegwe Vaidi." It's like, shit, you watch Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh,
you know
shit.
what you're doing.
Oh, shit.
Bro, watch Jackie Chan Adventures. Like, it's fucking moist right now. But yeah, thank you to everyone at home for watching this far and also for supporting us on our Patreon. Like, I hope people continue to fuck us over with harder tongue twisters and hard pronounced words from languages we're not familiar with.
And keep just happening to put it in an order where Carl gets all the shit ones.
Don't do that. Everyone needs to do it. Luke has got to suffer too. Do you want to have a go at any of those I said?
No.
Do you want to have a go at the tongue twister?
No, don't. I'll try next month, maybe.